Hello and welcome to another episode in this Java programming tutorial. In this episode, I will be explaining what this public static void stuff means. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out the stuff we wrote in the last video. We still need the main method here, so I'll leave that there, but we're going to come down here. I'm going to create a method called public void start. And so the first thing I'll explain is what public means. So this is probably not the best explanation of this, but if you want to know more, you can probably easily look it up. But for the most part, public means that it can be seen by anything, by an instance of the main object, which is this up here. And void is the return type, so it's not going to return anything. So if I say return 0, and 0 is a number, so it would be integer, and it's going to throw me an error, and it'll ask me to change the method return type to int. So it changes void to int, and now there's no more errors. And int stands for integer, obviously. So let's undo those things. Void's not going to take any return type. So let's go to this next one, and we'll call it private. And we'll do a string. And a string is just a word. So anything that's a word that's referenced by the word string, I guess, is the explanation for it. So we're going to say get words. Get word. And in here, it's going to throw an error because we don't have a return statement because it wants us to give a string to it. So we're going to type return, and that's going to make it give something whenever you call it. And we'll just say anything in quotes is a string. So in a string, we'll say hello world once again. So now it's just giving a warning because we're not using it because it's private. And private here means that anything that's private will only stay within this file. So anything outside of this file cannot be, cannot see anything inside this method or something like that. There's one more, but I never use it because I don't really know the meaning of it, but it's protected. I'm not going to explain that because I never use it, and I don't really find the need to use it. So we're going to have to do something inside start, and use the type string, and say words. It equals get word. And when you do this, get word is just going to replace it with this right here. So when we run that, still nothing's going to happen because nothing's in the main, like I said last time, but we should probably system.out.println, and if that'll speed up, okay. And we'll call it, put words inside there. And words is just a variable, so words will just reference this again. So you could do that, or we could just take this and do get word. Oops. Probably should spell word right. Okay. And those will both work. So now we need to create a main really quick because it's not a great idea to use static for everything. And static would mean anything can access it. So we're just going to do main equals new main. And main is, we now just created an object here, an instance of an object of this main object right here. So now we can access, if we try main.get word. You can see that the red is private, so it shouldn't. Oh, I see, because we're still in the same class. Alright, that's why. But we're going to do main.start. And that's now the start of our program. So if we run this, you can say it says hello world twice, because we have it saying it for the reference words and just putting the method inside the method there. And we'll probably go over creating some variables. So there's the main types I'm going to go over are string, and this is just a word. Then there's int, which is just an integer, and it's int, not ints. And then there's float, which is sort of like a decimal, but you would put like, for example, it would be like 0.1f at the end. So it's a decimal that can also be 1f. So, for example, I'm just going to leave that in there. And what other types do I normally use? Then there's always string, int, and float. I think I would use the most. There's a lot of different like object types you can create. So the only object we have right now would be main, which works there. But I think we'll just leave that there. I think that's the best explanation I can do for types in Java. But for this is the name of the method. As you can see, I'm calling it right there. And anything like get that returns something is called a getter. And we can also do a setter too. So private setters are void, and do set word. And that would make like word equals new word. Oops. New word. And then for that you'd have to put like string new word. Oops. Okay. So now it would set whatever word is up here to that. So when we say main.set word to whatever we want to say, so we'll say hello. Now that's changing the value of word to whatever we put inside here. And now we can do change get word to word. And now that's just going to get whatever that means. So we can say, we'll take set word over here. Oh, whoops. We're going to copy that and put it there. And we'll say world. Change it to world once you get there. And we're going to put a starting thing of hello right there. So now we run this. It should work. Oh, it does not work. There is a null pointer. And if we click this, what? Okay, hey. Set word is null? Oh, main's null. That's why. So we can just do this. And it'll reference inside the object instead. Do that, and now we have it saying hello world. So that's all I'm going to do for this video. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed these videos, please consider liking and subscribing.